everyone, welcome to another deck tech. So I've been struggling to come up with new things today, but I went back and I decided to do a deck that I've played before, or you may have seen before, and I'm calling it Barely a Hero because I've added in a few little twists of my own, and we're running a Hero Scream deck today. So if you don't know what this deck is all about, this is a deck that really revolves around Hero of the People and getting a whole bunch of battle skills, and then being able to use things like Haunting Scream and Dark Return to keep getting it back out of your void if they happen to kill it. So essentially the combos are this. You want to get Hero of the People down, and then you want to just slam a whole bunch of really, really cool abilities onto it. So Piercing Grief being one of the best, Charge, Lifesteal, and Revenge on Hero of the People already makes it a 4/4, and Lifesteal is huge, plus then if they kill it, just goes back into your deck, which is really, really awesome. But there's a bunch of other really cool things. You can use things like Ripknife Assassin, Deadly and Warcry, nice 3/3. Crownwatch Paladin's really good because you get Aegis on it to protect it from later problems. And if you Dark Return it or Haunting Scream it, then the Aegis goes back onto the Hero of the People, which is really nice. We have Stonepowder Alchemist. Again, Revenge, Aegis are really important for this because it'll let you keep getting your Hero of the People back. And if your Hero of the People uses up its Revenge on, say, like, you Piercing Grief and you have Hero of the People, they Death Strike it, it dies, it goes into your deck, you play it again, and it's no longer has Revenge, you can just give it again if you have a Stonepowder Alchemist or another Grief or something like that. So Revenge is one that you want a lot of, which is then why we have another card, which is Inquisitor Makto. So you can give it Flying and Revenge, nice to give it Evasion because it's going to get pretty large, and again, Revenge, really important. We have some spicy things, so that's kind of fairly typical, I would say, is that you're trying to do those kinds of cards. The things that we have that are a little different is I wanted to add in, if we're playing Scream, I figured we should play a little more Primal, and I wanted to put in Gorgon Fanatic, because Gorgon Fanatic plus Haunting Scream, for me, is just too powerful to give up, honestly. It still works a little bit with Hero of the People as well, because if you Haunting Scream back a Gorgon Fanatic, then when it comes into play, Hero of the People will get Flying and Charge, which is really good. So you can still do that as a combo. Also, if you Dark Return it later after it's already been Screamed, then again, Hero of the People gets some bonuses. Really nice little combos there. And we also have Kosul Brigade. So Kosul Brigade is you can discard 2 cards to get an 8/8 Ursa the Bear. Now, one of the reasons why I want that is it's a good way for us to get Gorgon Fanatics into our Void without actually having to have it get silenced or something. There's a good chance that somebody might be able to do something like Desert Marshal or a Valkyrie Enforcer and then kill our Gorgon Fanatic, and then it's not useful to Haunting Scream or Dark Return. So it's useful to have it die right away. This is also, by the way, why we have Devour, to kind of protect from that. So when our opponent tries to silence a Gorgon Fanatic or a Hero of the People or something like that, we'll want to Devour it in response. But Kosul Brigade also gets around that because you can then just discard the card, and you can then Haunting Scream it back. It also has the cool advantage of giving Honor of the Fallen a whole bunch of triggers. So you can Kosul Brigade, discard, say, like a Ripknife Assassin and a Piercing Grief, and then Honor the Fallen something and get a whole ton of battle skills onto a single unit. It's also really, really cool to add battle skills to Makto because Makto just keeps coming back. So there's more ways than one to use a whole bunch of the battle skills off of the Honor the Fallen. And that's kind of the idea of the deck. It has a couple of slays to help us against super, super fast decks. Like I said, it's got the Devours, which we like to save in case our opponent has some kind of silence effects for our creatures, but we're okay with using them to get some value early on as well. They're really nice with Piercing Grief because it's going to die anyways, and the Revenge will trigger. Same with things like the Stonepowder Alchemist, because again, you get the Revenge value off of it. And same if you're doing any Haunting Scream shenanigans, because if you Haunting Scream it back, it sacrifices. Might as well use it with Devour then, so basically you get the free creature. Just 2 free card draws. But yeah, I think this deck is certainly fun. And I don't know that it's the most crazy awesome deck. It's no tier 1 list, but it is a blast to pilot, and I'm going to have some fun with it today, and hope you do as well.